Today, President Trump signed his 200th executive order. The one renames the Department of Defense the Department of War. This move actually restores the name the agency last held in the 1940s. Senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata joins us now. Charlie, why the name change?
John, the president said the Defense Department just sounded too defensive. His words, and too wokey. He said that today. He called the rebrand a message of victory to the rest of the world. And inside the Oval Office this afternoon, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said maximum lethality, not tepid legality, violent effect, not politically correct. The executive order calls for permitting of the use of the Department of War as a secondary title. So that enables the president and others and the defense secretary to refer to the Secretary of War and the Department of War. And that's happened with immediate effect, John. I mean, just upstairs, a couple hours ago, they chiseled out the sign saying defense and are changing it into war. Now, the whole part might take congressional approval to make it official, and the defense secretary or war secretary or secretary of war has been told to put that legislation forward.
Charlie, help us understand what's happening in the Caribbean. Is this a show? Is there? Well, what exactly is happening with the U.S. military operations there?
Yeah, John, you know, it's absolutely a show of force. So in practical terms, they're sending 10 F-35 stealth fighter jets to the region. These are warplanes. These are the kind that are sent to conflict zones, most recently taking part in the bombing of Iran's nuclear facilities, escorting those B-2 bombers in. It might be argued, and the Defense Department does, they can also overwatch, right? They can be there for force protection. There are 8 warships operating in that area. And as we first reported last night, in fact, we can report again tonight, F-16s flew past one of the destroyers operating in the Caribbean. So they can provide surveillance if necessary, shoot down threats if necessary, but they're not kind of part of an arsenal that you would normally see traditionally to be called upon for drug interdiction. And of course, this comes after the U.S. forces killed 11 people in that strike, what the White House called a drug-carrying boat earlier this week.